Well, I had other plans for today's video, but the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 is still under the knife. You might be able to see a few changes that we've made, but that'll have to wait for the next video. Instead, what we're gonna be doing today is trying to beat the Tractor Supply Mechanics tool set. Now, you guys saw in one of the last videos, we went to Tractor Supply and picked up this 324-piece Mechanics tool set from Tractor Supply, and I've gotta be honest, it absolutely blew me away. So for this kit, I've already made a few modifications to it, adding a few of the things that I consider to be necessities. But for the most part, this kit literally comes with everything. We've got combination wrenches, metric and standard. We've got miniature combination wrenches. We've got tons of nut drivers. We've got tons of screwdriver bits. We've got metric and standard set, 20 piece of each for the Allen keys. We've got 1/4 inch drive with all the sockets you can imagine, as well as extensions and swivel sockets and a tiny crescent wrench. And then we've also got a section that covers all of our 3/8 inch drive, everything from our deep sockets, our shallow sockets. We've got metric, standard. It came with a bunch of T-bits, it came with hex keys, it came with adapters, extensions, swivel sockets, everything you can think of. And then to beat all that, it even came with our 1/2 inch stuff. All the adapters and swivel sockets we were thinking of before, as well as most of the common size deep well and shallow metric and standard for both. But to beat all that, the case that it comes in is absolutely amazing. Now, any of you that watch the channel are well aware that instead of buying the mechanics toolkits that come from whatever manufacturer, we've been putting together our own DIY kits. We put it together from Harbor Freight, we put it together from Northern Tool, and I was gonna do the exact same thing with Tractor Supply until I found this kit, so it made me think, what does Harbor Freight have to offer in the pre-made mechanics toolkits? To be fair, I have a soft spot in my heart for Harbor Freight, so I'm really hoping they can pull out something to compete with this kit, but I just don't know how possible that's gonna be. Now, whenever we were putting together our DIY kits, Harbor Freight definitely beat everything out of the competition. It was not even comparable for the amount of stuff we got for the price range of $250. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But this little Tractor Supply toolkit was only $130, so we're gonna go try to find a pre-made kit for $130 or less that can compete with this awesome Job Smart kit. Now, something about Harbor Freight that most of you already know is they run some pretty crazy sales. So today, luckily, they are running their parking lot sale, and where I am an Inside Track member, we're gonna be able to get exclusive discounts and early access to a lot of these crazy deals. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to find one of these already made mechanics toolkits on that crazy deal. Now, these 3-ton floor jacks right here, if I didn't already have so many, I would pick one up now, because I did see these are on sale right now for $89, an absolute insane deal, but they have crazy deals on all this stuff right now. I picked up a set of these 6-ton floor jacks for only $59 recently, and then I also got the 12-ton jack stands for like $120. So this is the section that we were looking for. Really, the kit that I want to see on crazy discount is the 301 piece. It literally comes with just about everything that you need here, but it's still $199. It's a great price, but it's just too much for what our budget is today. Now, probably the best kit that they have to offer here is going to be the $399 428 piece Quinn set. From what I've seen from everyone that's covered it, this is an absolutely insane set that comes with just about everything you could possibly need. But they have a 225 piece set right here that is usually $139, so right at $140. And they've got it on sale for $99. So for now, we'll definitely grab this kit and throw it in the buggy. Now, we have an additional $30 left over to try to match the kit. I don't know if we should just add another, tool set, or if we should get some individual pieces to really make it our own. They also have a deal right now on their 5-drawer US General toolbox for only $189. That is an insane deal, and you can get all these different colors. This is really something that I need to invest in relatively soon, but I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. Also, the absolute best deal I've ever seen on impact rated sockets, $19.99. They've got standard and they've got metric. I've got both, and I've got to say they are really good. They are a really good set. They've also got the shallow set here. Going to be 13 pieces for only $19. You just can't beat that. Now, this kit is going to come with some combination wrenches there, but they've got a set of ratcheting wrenches that are on discount right here for $19.99. So might as well get these as well. Now, something all these mechanics toolkits are really missing, even though this one comes with 2 different pliers, we got a needle nose and a wire cutter, is a decent set of pliers. So for $9, I mean, you could come pick up this set right here, add that to your kit. That would be a great set to have. I actually bought this kit in a previous video, and they're all pretty decent. I mean, they're not the best in the world, but for the price of $14, I think I paid $19. It's a decent set, so definitely add some of those to your kit if that's something you're wanting to do. I think for this kit, really the only other additional set of pliers is one I actually don't have. These are a V-Jaw from Doyle, $7.99. So that still gives us a couple dollars left in our budget. And just to show you, they do have the exact same case that we got from Tractor Supply, and I was 100% right. Look at this. This case is $100 here at Harbor Freight, and it is the exact same box that we were looking at from Tractor Supply that came with our toolkit at $130. So, I mean, it is going to be so hard to beat that other kit. And this one is not going to have the dividers that we have. It's got the foam inserts. This is a really nice case, and whenever I was making the previous video, I said, I believe this case is actually like $100 at Harbor Freight. And what do you know? It is. That is so crazy. But this is certainly not going to fit in our budget here. Now for these, they are $179. I've got a coupon for $1, so that'll still fit in our remaining budget. And then a 1 pound rubber mallet. I've got a discount to get that for $2. So that will take us to $130 total. Well, now that we're back, let's see what all we got for that $130 budget. Now, one of the last things you saw us pick up was just a rubber mallet. This is a 1 pound rubber mallet, and we had a coupon to get it for $2. So that's a must-have for a vehicle toolkit. We also got these Doyle V-Jaw pliers. Now, for these, they're going to be really helpful whenever we're doing really anything. It gives you a really good grip on nuts and bolts. But aside from that, having a decent set of pliers, like I already said, is super crucial. And most of these kits just don't come with it. In addition to that, we also got a ratcheting set of metric combination wrenches. These are super helpful to have. It makes it really easy whenever you're in a tight to reach place. And to be fair, I've got a standard set of these, and just having the metric will make it even more convenient because we'll pretty much always have the right size. Now these go from 8 to 17 with some skips, but this covers the basics of what you need, and for a price of $20, pretty hard to beat. Then we also got a roll of electrical tape for $1 because electrical tape comes in handy all the time. Now before we dive too deep, I've got to show you a couple products from today's video sponsor, Last Fit. Now if you've watched the channel for any amount of time, you've probably already been introduced to Last Fit. They've been a tremendous help to the channel. They've sent everything like the lights that we have on the Rubicon 392. They've also sent some awesome floor mats for every vehicle that I've had. You can see with the Bronco Raptor, the floor mats stay absolutely filthy, but with the laser cut design and the awesome tread pattern that's on there, it really holds all that dirt. But since we've already got Last Fit floor mats on both of these awesome machines, it was time to add on to something else. So I had to get some help from my dad. In one of the previous videos, you probably saw him install the Last Fit truck bed liner on his Colorado ZR2, but today it's time for him to get his own set of Last Fit all-weather floor mats. Now for this, he's going to have to remove his factory all-weather mats from Chevrolet because, to be honest, they just don't do the job the way these Last Fit mats do. They're custom fit, and I will say they fit perfect. Now he's got them for the front and the back for this Colorado, and that's not all. He's also going to be installing a set of LED headlights from Last Fit. Now these LED bulbs are going to replace his halogen bulbs on his low beams, and I've got to say he needs every advantage he can get to be able to see at night in his old age. So these are definitely going to help. A huge thanks to Last Fit for sending out these awesome products. Well, a huge thank you to Last Fit for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in checking out any of their products, their link will be down in the description below, as well as a discount code for anything that you buy. Now let's get to the main reason you're here. Let's see what this Pittsburgh toolkit is all about. Now this is a 225-piece set, and it seems pretty inclusive. Now, you'll know that the Tractor Supply kit was a 324-piece set, but to be fair, there are quite a bit of things in there that are pretty redundant. So I'm thinking if this kit is executed correctly, they might have everything we actually need. Now this kit is decently heavy, but it's not anywhere near as heavy as the Tractor Supply kit, and it does say this side up, so that makes me think maybe the tools will fall out otherwise. Let's give it a good shake and see what all is still in the right place. So they've got clasp on the front here, and they've also got clasp on the sides. and it seems like pretty much everything is in its right place. Now, these little pieces of foam I usually throw away, but in these fold-on-top cases like this, they are pretty crucial to keep everything in place, so try to keep that if you do end up getting one of these. So what you're going to see in here is on the top, we've got our nut drivers, we've got our culmination wrench set, so it goes from 5/8 to 3/8, and then we've got our metric set, 10, 12, 13, and 14 millimeter. We've got our wire cutters, just a basic set of wire cutters. We've also got a crescent wrench, an 8-inch, decent set of needle nose pliers, a nut driver, screwdriver, a bunch of the screwdriver bits. They've got T-bits, they've got hex keys, normal flathead Phillips. Then this little case right here. Ooh, I feel like that's gonna break pretty quick. We've got our Allen key set. It seems like this is a 20-piece set right here for our metric. And then we've got an additional 20-piece set for our standard. Moving past that, we've got two spark plug sockets right here. And then we've got our 1/4-inch sockets down here on the bottom. And then the main bread and butter of this kit. So we've got swivel sockets for every size, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch. We got some pretty good size 1/2 inch sockets here. We got 24, 22, 19 millimeter, 18, and then it goes down from there. And then for the standard depth sockets, we've got up to 19 for our 1/2 inch drive, and then up to 3/4 for our standard side. So for our deep well sockets, it looks like it goes up to 19 millimeter for our 1/2 inch drive. Now, in addition to all this, we do have a few extensions. So we've got our 1/2 inch extension right here. Also got our 3/4 extension, a smaller 3/4 extension, as well as a 1/4 inch extension. We have two adapters here, an adapter going from 1/2 inch down to 3/8, and then we have a 3/8 to 1/4 adapter. And it looks like we actually have quite a few different sockets. Now, for this right here, we've got their well-known Pittsburgh ratchets. These are probably 60 tooth. I'm not sure. They don't feel great, but they feel decent. They'll definitely work. And they've got a ton of slop in them, but to be fair, I actually do like the grip on them. And for a little set like this, this is a pretty good sized 1/2 inch drive. Then we've got our 3/8 drive, which is pretty long right here too. Same grip on it as well. And then last but certainly not least, we've got our 1/4 inch drive right here. And they all feel about the same. Now we've got this kit laid out in its entirety. It does come with a considerable amount of sockets. Pretty much anything you'll need up to 24 millimeter. Of course, whenever you're dealing with axle nuts and stuff like that, this isn't going to cover everything. But aside from your specialty size sockets, this is pretty much going to cover anything that you'll need to work on just about any vehicle. Something that I would add if I didn't have it already would be a bigger crescent wrench. That'd be really helpful for a kit like this. And then maybe some additional things like gloves and that big set of pliers like I showed you. But I really think for the price of $100, this is a killer kit. You got to keep in mind, this is $30 less than the Tractor Supply kit. And really and truly, the Tractor Supply kit is really nice. It comes with just about everything you need. And both of them do have lifetime warranties. So that part about them is almost impossible to beat. Lifetime warranties on all these tools. So if you do end up rounding off one of these sockets, if you mess up the wrench, whatever the case may be, you take it back to Harbor Freight and you get a new one. You can't beat that. But it is the same thing with the Tractor Supply kit. I just have not had any experience returning any of the Job Smart tools. For this stuff, I think it's a really inclusive kit, but we need to compare them side by side to really see what we got. Now, whenever you lay these kits side by side, it makes the count difference pretty apparent. So I've got a 324-piece set versus the 225-piece set, which would basically be a 235-piece set whenever we add in all the additional things that we got. But still, the difference is pretty apparent. Now, a lot of the same sizes are offered in both kits. I really think one of the biggest differences between the two kits is just the range and size difference whenever you consider everything that the Tractor Supply kit offers. So one of the bigger things to notice first off is that you've got way more combination wrenches that come in this kit from Tractor Supply versus the combination wrenches that come from Harbor Freight. I do like that the Harbor Freight kit comes with a bigger crescent wrench compared to the 6-inch on the Tractor Supply kit. but that's a small thing to go over. You do get more extensions for your 1/4 inch, for your 3/8, and for your 1/2 inch on the Job Smart kit. And it seems like there's just quite a bit more sockets. And in addition to the sockets, you also get these hex keys right here, which are really crucial. I've used them and put them through a little bit of a torture, and they have stood up even whenever I'm using them on an impact. And then these hex keys in addition to all the other stuff too. So that's some of the biggest things that stand out. It seems like they both offer about the same thing in terms of the Allen keys that we get. And then for the nut driver set, it seems like they're pretty similar in that. Now, the Harbor Freight kit only comes with 3 pieces of these right here, whereas the Tractor Supply kit comes with 6. So that does add to the count. One big thing that the Harbor Freight kit definitely wins over top of the Job Smart is going to be that we've actually got pliers with it. I mean, there are no pliers at all with the Job Smart kit, and pliers are super crucial. Even though we had to buy an additional plier to make the kit a little bit better, it still fit within that budget. In addition to all the extra combination wrenches, we also have the miniature combination wrenches, which are relatively cheap to make, but it comes with 10 for each metric and standard. That's something that you can't overlook. Now for the wrenches themselves and actual quality, it actually seems like the Job Smart ones may be a hair better. They feel just a little bit tighter, which is crazy to say, but if you've picked up some of the entry-level Pittsburgh ratchets, you know the quality I'm talking about. It just feels pretty dull and sloppy. So I do think that the Job Smarts are a little bit more precise, and they probably give you a little bit better results whenever you're in tighter spaces. So this Pittsburgh set actually comes with 115 sockets, which is a pretty big count for only a 225 piece set. Whereas the Job Smart kit comes with 123 sockets. And then whenever we look at the extensions here, we've only got 1/4 inch extension, we got 1/2 inch extension, and 2 3/8 extensions. Whereas we've got 2 1/2 inch extensions right here, we've got 3 1/4 inch extensions right here, and we've got 2 3/8 extensions. We've also got adapters for every size, whereas the Pittsburgh kit only comes with adapters for 2 sizes. Granted, that is probably the only 2 that you'll use, but it does come with more adapters on this size. Moving away from that, like we already said, you've got all these T-bits here and the hex keys that this kit does not include. They do have these little ones right here, but nothing close to the size that this one offers. So all in all, it does seem like this kit, whenever you include everything together, is a way more inclusive kit. And something you're not even seeing on this table is that awesome case that now we know is sold for $100 at Harbor Freight. It is literally the exact same case here. So whenever you put all that together, I honestly believe that the Tractor Supply kit is the better option for the price. Now, yes, you can tailor the Pittsburgh kit to exactly what you need with adding a few additional things, but with the Tractor Supply kit, as you already saw, I added the additional things and still had the space in that kit, which I really like. It gives you room to really dial in that kit to exactly what you want, whereas with the Pittsburgh kit, basically what you have here is what you're going to be able to fit. You're not going to be able to fit anything more than that. But for the price of both these kits, this one only being $100 is an absolute no-brainer. If you're looking for a decent kit that's going to have pretty much everything you need and you've only got $100, this is the kit to go with. Now, typically with this one being $140, I honestly don't believe it's a comparison between the two. For $140 versus this one being $130, both of them regular price, this is the kit to go with. And also, from what I learned from the previous video, a lot of people said this Tractor Supply Job Smart kit goes on sale for $100 around Christmas time. So for this kit at $100, it is the absolute best kit that I've ever seen in my entire life. And for this kit at $100, it's the second best kit I've ever seen in my entire life. So I think both are great options. A lot of people have their own opinions about Pittsburgh and Job Smart, but with both these tools come with a lifetime warranty. I don't think that you can beat them. Now, if there are any of you that are just getting started and you're trying to put together a decent toolkit, instead of piecing together everything individually, I really think starting out with a kit like this is crucial. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of headache, and having the lifetime warranty is crucial. But while we were at Harbor Freight today, I ended up picking up something else that I haven't showed you guys yet because I'm going to have to take a different vehicle to be able to carry it home. But stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be super exciting. And stay tuned for what's about to come on the Rubicon 392 behind me. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. But until then, Godspeed.